not in the charter, but against an elected official, the Academic Accountability Board has to take it to complaints, even though the bus person is authorizing this in the charter that to handle those investigations, but they chose to do so. So I initially would take the complaint if there was any investigative process on this on people. I'm not going to chop my words, but what they allow the bus person's office to investigate through that part as far as actual report and decision they make. I can tell you for years, ain't no decisions been made.
No, I'm not.
So complaints have been filed. But no, it gets swept up under the rug, or it's in litigation.
Yeah, I don't expect much.
So I say, I want that.
Yeah, I was going to prepare a whole speech and give it a minute, but I'm not gonna do all that.
Just basically exactly what you said. I mean, a lot of people don't believe that your name is your character, you know? And those that do, you want your name to come from.
So is there such thing as that being stricken from the record, that one being stricken from the record?
Be lives.
Oh, don't worry about it, I will tell everybody to hear that.
I know you
Yeah.
can't talk to me.
Yeah.
And I need to see if these people should have known.
Hello, how you doing?
How you doing?
Good.
Seamus, you in this thing today?
Glutton for punishment, brother. I like punishment.
Oh, well, you gonna get it. You getting it. Yeah, we coming for blood today, baby. How everything going?
Great.
How your son doing?
That's
what's
for the
up.
tree, so they're all doing well.
That's what, all three of them? You got three of them? That's what's up. Hell no, the camera not on you. He said you got three of them. Like, come on, man. It wasn't on you. I keep telling you that it was on
But
me.
they would be, the people want to see me.
Damn, can I file a complaint? Just got pushed up in here
No, I didn't mean to
in the ENA board.
That was with my family.
I'm sorry for your feet.
I know we not finna do that. This is what I do. I record.
Listen,
Go over there and harass Seamus.
I'm about to stand right here.
Is what's the name coming in today? I need Jason with the people when the news pull up. He didn't give him hell yesterday though. Usually Jason be like,
I don't think Jason know about this meeting.
we don't.
Somebody tag Jason. Let me share.
Y'all hit that like button.
You like
Coming
that?
in and sharing the ENA board.
It's cold.
Is it?
Hey, AD. Hey, Marcy.
I'm knocking stuff down. Y'all ain't come to see me anyway.
Hey, Shameless, how's that budget going?
Great.
Came right in on B. She did. You came right with the bean. There go my man right here. What's up, good brother? What's up, good
That's
brother?
one.
It's cold.
Ain't it?
Oh. Man, call me.
No, it's fine, it's fine.
6.
I like the sun.
We have 1.
We are in the big leagues today. We are in the big leagues.
We got Shameless and the city attorney
Chief Deputy City Attorney.
Chief
Oh, he
Dep-
said get it right, baby.
Chief Deputy City Attorney. Got it.
That's out of that 1.5 million budget from the mayor's office. Or is that out the legal?
I'm trying to
risk
get on the.
management budget?
I'm trying to get on the budget.
Here you go, Joe.
You know, Shameless, they gonna sue y'all because y'all don't have a budget. This is the ENA board. They hold y'all accountable. This is what they do.
I know the president ain't going for that.
Nope. The ENA board, this is what they do, baby.
If we gonna have quorum
Are
today?
you speaking? You're not speaking.
What's up?
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
What up, Pat? Yeah, how about yourself?
Good. How y'all been?
What's up with you? Well, you been waiting on the
What's there,
ENA
sir?
board.
All right.
How's it going?
Been a long day.
Yeah.
Well, this gonna be a short night, cause, I bet you $25 you gonna have quorum.
He already knew it.
No,
Well, I can say this, we come July. Is y'all taking off in July too?
You might as well just take off.
no, we normally take off for.
Well, preseason starts, and we had something to talk about in July.
Oh, you
NFL.
took that? Okay.
We, the only person that, said they wouldn't be able to make was Brian.
Brian,
Others I
right?
left messages for,
We knew that one.
and were confirmed and spoken with.
Steve, Brian don't really know he on the board full time.
Brian like Ghost. What was that movie 50 Cent had on Stars?
That was Power.
Power, yeah, that's Ghost.
That's James St. Patrick.
Yeah,
That's
that's
Brian
James, that's
Larkin.
Brian James St. Larkin.
Brian St. Patrick.
He come in every blue, and we've been having red or blue moons.
I can't stand you.
I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to find out who his timing is.
Right. Sheldon.
I gotta watch out for him.
Sheldon is Tommy, and Ed is 50 Cent.
Canaan.
Right?
You
Ed
ain't
is
lying.
Kanan.
Ed Starks. Lord, when they said with the administration, when they said all of them was crews from kindergarten, they wasn't lying. I'm telling you. I'm going to Ernst Young office today,
My
man.
iPhone has gotten so slow.
We gonna walk around and see you right here.
They've been trying their best to get me to get a new
Oh,
iPhone.
you gonna have to, because that's the game.
I got a 14, this joker. Now, I'm having problems hooking up with my car.
Your phone?
It's dropping in and out.
Oh, yeah. I just came back from the Apple store today.
I'm like, I might as well. I know that's normally what I usually do is I usually wait 3 phones
Yeah.
before I get something. So the 17 comes out in September.
Oh, you can
I would push it to the 18, but
We don't have no 501c3. We poor over here.
That's
We
what
can't
I'm
get
saying.
no business phones and
I
all
work
that
for,
stuff.
I work for Church of God in Christ.
On what?
I'm gonna be a pastor too.
Oh,
I'm telling you.
we don't
Yes,
make,
a
You know what I'm
business
gonna
phone.
say? Lock the door.
we don't make that much
Nah, I'm
money.
gonna tell them.
Hey, AC.
I'm gonna tell them. How you doing?
How you doing?
Beautiful? No, I'm gonna tell them. Lock the door. I'm gonna be a pastor. I ain't letting that door unlock till I get a certain number every Sunday.
Oh,
I ain't playing.
Hey, Larry's
I can come in there. I know I can whoop somebody. I'm gonna come in there. All I'm doing, I'm doing like Marvin Sapp. Lock the door.
Larry's back.
it ain't
I
that
want to
easy.
get Larry to come. Oh, Larry can't come to City Hall no more.
Nah, he probably off that day. That nigga put him on about a 3-year ban. I thought he was just banned for the year.
I thought he was banned about the meeting.
Jobless.
I forgot. He is
got a
banned
case
by
about the
the. Oh yeah.
Larry can't come to that phone. No more.
How he running? How you gonna run for? I guess you can. How he running for mayor?
Said my coverage expired.
That's what Larry's saying. He running for mayor.
He called all of them Uncle Tom.
Judge that,
Shot with
what's the name,
shot.
husband? The lady named,
And his,
Vic,
and his
Vic?
Muhammad Ali, magicians and bank robbers.
Oh, okay.
That's what Larry said.
Yeah, try out the passes, give them a backdoor donation, no pun intended, and we got a show. Not quite temptation.
What's his name on there? Larry T'Challa Muhammad. He Muslim now.
I said, who is this supposed to be? He's a minister of Farrakhan, and they his FOI.
That's what's up.
The slave master used the ministers to calm the Negroes in the field and not like them get robbed.
Yeah, you said that, Brenda and John.
I was doing the last time.
All the stuff with people on the road. Hey, you making sense?
Okay.
Someone better put on their coattails before you start pulling some heads. Malcolm X, 13.4 million, where is it at? Where did it go?
Hey, how you feel about that budget now? 13.4 million?
Well, I'm looking at, from what I can see, it's two different budgets.
Same
Y'all,
with council.
yeah, wasn't that a fumble rooster? Hey,
It's, not
hey.
Oh, look, the council gonna show up more council people than the ENA board.
I ain't gonna front.
No explanation.
For the deputy, the director of the deputy, we have represented. You can show it to them on your phone. You have us in that.
Okay, cool, thank you.
It's in that.
Yeah, cut the damn phone off.
So there are questions that we did not get.
Yes.
And so did you get word five, you said I turned it into, I gave you a timestamp where she did not know.
No,
Y'all said something, they have y'all send letters. And I need to stop that.
that's all year.
It's the ENA board,
ENA.
ethics and accountability.
Accountable.
Whole year.
Okay, all right, I see.
No, I haven't seen it in a while. I've been busy.
Hello? All right.
I'm sorry, because,
How you doing? I'm just checking. Yeah, I'm checking. I'm checking. For sure.
how are you, Attorney Cox?
What time do we post? Well, post start at 5:30.
They can call it to order, they don't need nobody here.
That's council to do that.
Oh,
Johnson? Hey, how you doing? This is Sir Patrick. I was just
you
calling.
can just call it to order and just wait for the rest of the people to show up. Ain't that right, Tanya?
And make the rules of this thing out?
Yeah.
This is how it's supposed to be done.
Yeah.
You wait till you have a quorum, then you call the meeting to order.
Right.
You know, and everybody works, so. you
Well,
understand.
they got 4. That's
Sir
4.
Patrick is my first, yeah.
How are you?
Mr. Chairman, how are you? Good.
How many y'all need? How many people y'all need?
2 more.
2 more? 2 more?
Need 6.
Mr. King.
Man, oh, Mr. King.
Is 8 minutes out.
This is 11 of us officially.
Mr. King don't be late now.
Yeah,
That's
King
Mr.
don't.
King, you know.
Man, you he'll put up
Normally
at the
he's
same
always
time.
here.
Yeah,
We
he
usually pull
coming.
up at the same time.
You think so?
Yeah, I know he coming.
Then when Scheme running late?
Yeah, he got to be. Cause me and him used to be the first one to pull up.
Well, who is gonna be the sixth one? The fifth one?
And you still got at least here.
Six? Who?
At least here.
Oh, I forgot she was on the board. Oh, her pastor called for peace today, so she should have people.
Oh, facts.
When I saw it, I said, I thought that you was endorsing or, no, yeah, I couldn't tell.
Ambassadorship.
Gotcha.
Oh, that, yeah.
Okay, so you're patient.
You know, this might be a good series.
Yeah.
It's 1-1.
Yeah.
1-1. Might be a good series.
Media controls the narrative sometimes.
We haven't had a good slugfest in a while.
Yeah.
That
I
was.
mean, but you need some new people in it. You needed some new team.
Well,
Then nobody wanna keep saying Golden State. Then nobody wanna keep saying, you know, LeBron James. They done got LeBron James fatigued.
True. But I've always with Golden State.
I mean, I like to Golden State when they got it.
Yeah.
Let me be honest with it. I like to Golden State.
I just wish, you know, I don't know what it is about the Knicks of the Knicks of the NBA, like the Lions and that.
Man, it's just,
And I don't know what's going on with the Knicks. They did so well against Boston. And then you just,
but old boy got hurt. Tatum got hurt.
Yeah, he
Tatum
did.
got hurt.
Just never got to.
But unless you know you got, but unless you know you got to do it definitely.
Yeah, facts.
Yes.
I just wanna see how they gonna come back from that injury.
Yeah. And they come up with the Lions in the schedule.
Cause now, I got.
Yeah, they got their
I
schedule out.
you From, February 27th. And I gave those out, I got a few additional copies, but I don't have.
Yeah, they got their
you
schedule
taking
out.
minutes for this?
I don't know how they gonna roll it this year though. They got a rough schedule this year. I think they gonna win about 8 or 9 games.
Since the February 27th.
Okay, you don't have one today?
They got a rough schedule.
You ain't listening. Seriously.
They got a rough schedule.
Chargers, Falcons, Dolphins. That ain't no preseason. And Texans, so season opener. So we played Packers for a season opener.
It's like, looking like snow.
See what I'm saying?
That's great.
That division is upgraded.
Man,
Worse this
we've
year
got,
than you did.
that's crazy. We have the Packers and the Bears earlier in the season.
But that's division.
Well, true, but then we got the Ravens.
That's what made me think of it. I was like,
The Bengals. We play Chiefs again in October. They steadily keep putting us with the Chiefs.
And they're tracking it in the house.
We got the Bucks, the Vikings, the Commanders.
That's gonna be a rough one right there. That Commanders and Eagles back to back. Show me what you think.
that's gotta be tough right now.
How many games?
I don't know. Well, honestly, I think the reason why we didn't do well against the Commanders is because we had too many hurt players.
Yeah, I think our coach still, I don't think he the right coach. I think he was a bridge coach.
No, I like him when he did.
I think he a bridge coach.
I like him. I really like him. The Eagles is gonna be hard. We played the Giants.
That's exciting.
And, oh, we played Packers
That's division though.
yeah, no, we playing for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, they gonna play Chicago twice, Minnesota twice.
We played the Cowboys, and don't nobody care about them.
Yeah, that's a toss up.
We played the Rams. We
That's gonna
played
be a rough one.
Steelers.
That's,
No,
they got old boy now,
they
Aaron
get Aaron
Rodgers.
Rodgers. You know what happens when you start getting signed to one-year contracts, that just means your time is almost up.
He done.
So it looks like we got the Steelers, the Rams, the Cowboys, the Giants, Eagles, Commanders,
Hang me
the
up.
Bucks, the Chiefs, the Bengals, the Browns, and the Ravens. Okay.
That's gonna be a rough, that's a
That's
nice.
gonna be an interesting season.
I can see 8 to 9 games depending on, if they don't get that defense together, that's 8 or 9 games.
Yeah. I I'll be interested to see what our draft picks are gonna do this year. I'm kinda optimistic. Now, do I think we're gonna repeat the magic that we did last year when we were 14 and what?
He do
15.
No, we were 15 and 2.
what he want.
Yeah, I don't think we'll go 15. If we do 15 and 2, which I doubt it, I'll be shocked if we do 15 and 2 again.
I can see 8 games, maybe 9 at the most.
No, I see us having a winning season.
You starting over offensive court. Remember, they lost all their coaches.
That's true.
We waiting on.
Offense,
I know, I
defense.
heard him say Mr. King.
Yeah, Mr. King.
Lisa calls, you know what I mean?
Alicia,
But you know what?
Chancellor.
That's true. But you know, I'm looking at,
No.
I wanna say at
He said
least,
he's not.
So Alicia, Billy, and Mr. King.
And Mr. King.
That's what I'm saying.
12-4.
Gotta get his first.
Hey, that would be sweet.
I could say we do 12-4.
Oh, Lord.
That would be sweet.
The two teams that I see us, really struggling against, the Ravens. The Commanders, the thing about it is they have the run game.
But he get out coached. That's what I'm saying. When he run into good coaches, like they gonna be hip to him this year.
I don't know. I'll be honest with you. Those trick plays pulled us out of a lot.
But look what happened. But
Listen, that's the one thing I loved about the Lions. They pulled out so many trick plays, we didn't know where we were going this year. I loved it.
we went home and then the Super Bowl. That's what we did.
That's know where you went.
And we
And
went
straight out
home.
to the crib. I wanted to see me coach on the
However, they
side.
did get further than normal.
I don't think we've ever gotten that. We've
So
never
I'm
gotten that
saying,
far.
you gotta give them some credit. They
I
got further.
ain't knocking. I'm just saying. I just how I'm looking at it.
Yeah.
That team was really dysfunctional when you see the offensive coordinator was talking junk on his way out. He was looking for a job. The defensive coordinator took shots. You don't have that no more. You know what I'm saying? Ben Johnson finna be over in Chicago, and you got to play him. He know the players. I'm just saying it's. I ain't saying they can't. I'm just saying I don't see 15. I'm saying 8 or 9. I'm praying they can get back to the playoffs.
I think we'll definitely get back to the playoffs. I see us winning I see us in another slugfest for
You got to build that defense though,
the
brother.
division. True.
He studied building the offense up. He studied building the offense up. He went and got one defensive player. I mean, a D tackle. He didn't go upgrade his linebackers. You know what I'm saying? I get it because old boy retired, so you got to keep your offensive lines on. But
Right.
if you don't get your linebackers together, and you don't go get Aiden Hutchinson some help on the other end, man, you can't just because you went and got that D tackle. You still got to have D end
Yeah, I agree.
to complement the other side.
But you know what? Because I think what may end up happening is I think you'll see a lot of trades start. I think you'll see a lot of trades happening. I think a lot of trades are gonna end up happening. And I think we'll pick up the folks that we want to.
Why you, but see, but that, you know, when you get no free agents, because they proven, you're gonna be paying money. Why not build your team to the draft?
For rookies, yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
But you definitely have to admit though, I think we would have drafted more, I think the defensive players we want, they all got snatched before, because you already know you do well in the season, you push further and further
But
down the line.
there's other teams who be gonna be drafted late and be finding gems.
Well, that's true too. They do find you.
It's your scouting team. You gotta think. Aaron Donald wasn't no first or second, third round.
No.
He was late. He was late. That's what I'm saying. You can find gems. It's just like who your scouts is, who know how to go fit. Like, just with me, what is Detroit playing the 4-2-5 for when Aiden Hutchinson came from a 3-4 defense?
Right.
He liked to stand up and rush. Why you had him with his hands in the dirt? He started being more productive when you had him standing up rushing. You should have built the team around a 3-4.
3-4, I
Yeah,
agree.
yeah. You know what I'm saying?
But then the other thing is when you start, but you and I both, one of the things about football is they build the team to be competitive in the division.
Yeah.
They really don't look at anybody else. They look about, slugging it out in the division. And so I think that's basically what mindset possibly is just focusing on dominating.
But you gotta remember, you're not gonna always play people in your division in the playoffs.
True.
you ran into Washington. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna always run into other teams and stuff. So you gotta, like I said, you're supposed to build a team to whoop whoever. That's what the Rams build a team that gonna whoop whoever.
I agree.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get an argument for me on that one.
That's all.
We went over that. Oh, it's communication.
If it's, if I know it's a lie, you know, they're gonna record it, so that capture everything.
How's it gonna go on with your video?
We did.
Sunday's rally at City Hall.
Oh, man, I just finished that last one.
Seen on camera being removed from vehicle.
That was a long one. Cause I had to check the whole thing. And I only did the work on it for during the week. I was positive thinking.
Not gonna be that long.
Jeremiah Brown says even Flint will be changing its vehicles. Since residents been targeted.
You know that.
Several issues, saying the mayor is trying to keep the third ward's chosen candidate off of council.
I got you. No, you won't be one. That's the game for the year.
Outside of city council, what you been up to, girl? You make that clear, not cleaning my house. Does my house look like one closet? And the kids came like, the college house look like a big closet. And it does. Busy. I know she is. Yeah. So I would say that's normal there for you. Yeah, my house ain't never looked like this.
Tuesday, the mayor showed a need to address the reasons.
It's like I got that episode. Yeah, it's like, yeah, I got that episode, it was like 4 or 5 years. Yeah. Then when I go in my room, I can't really find it. Everything's coming out. It's gonna change. I changed you 3 times today. And you know, I want to get. I'm gonna take You just got out the road?
Yeah.
Wow. 11
I promise you, Mr. King, we won't be keeping you long, I promise.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right, everybody. The time is 5:48. We're gonna call the Ethics and Accountability Board to order. And, if our secretary, Ms. Linda Lewis, if you would, let's get us a roll call.
Okay. Alicia Williams. Present. Myself is here to Michelle Young. Here. Patrick Julian.
Present.
William Harris.
President.
And Joseph King. So we have a quorum.
All right, we have a quorum. All right, is there anybody, Item number 3, is there anybody who would like to lead us in a word of prayer?
Father God, thank you for bringing us here today, Lord. Let this meeting be productive, coherent, transparent, and lead us into the direction we need to go. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. All right, we're at item number 4, public speaking. 3-minute responses from the public. Do we have any public speakers on today?
Yes, we have number 1, Michael Clack, and we have, Council, Person Tanya Burns.
All right.
So, Michael Clack?
What do you think?
Yes.
Good evening, everybody. Thanks for having me. My reason for being here is I'd like to file a complaint on certain city council members. For the other night, the action happened the other night, on Wednesday, I believe it was June the 6th. I was, this time where I explain exactly what happened.
You had 3 minutes, you said.
Oh, okay, all right. So listen, I was sitting in my seat, eating my trail mix like I normally do.
So you can't file a complaint in this manner, but you
Okay.
can share this with us, but then
Well,
we'll
what
tell
manner do I
you.
file a complaint?
I'd say if you wanna share, you can, and then.
He's already filed.
Okay.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
I thought you was filing it by
Okay.
addressing us, go ahead,
No,
sorry.
okay, so now I'm addressing you already.
Okay.
So, I was sitting there and there's a gentleman that's sitting in front of me, we both had on blue shirts and blue hats. The man, he said something out and yelled out something. And so, Councilwoman Lewis looked at him and said, the man in the blue shirt, I'm bringing you to order. And so, the Councilwoman Burns, told her that she was not able to at liberty to bring her to order because she wasn't the chair of the meeting. So that's when Councilwoman Rashad told her that, bringing the man in the blue shirt to order. So, went back and forth. Councilwoman Lewis said 4 times the man in the blue shirt without saying my name. Councilwoman Rashad asked, are you referring to Michael Platt? 4 times Councilwoman Lewis went back and said the man in the blue shirt. After those 4 times, Councilwoman Lewis finally asked basically, Councilwoman Lewis, you said Michael Platt. So it wasn't that if it were me.
Wait a minute, you lost me. After the 4th time, who asked who?
Councilwoman Lewis basically said, you said what you said, Michael Platt.
Okay.
So she was the one who initiated the warning, but she was talking about the gentleman who was sitting in front of me. At the end, instead of her saying, no, the gentleman who was sitting in front of Mr. Clack, she basically lied on me and said that it was me that interrupted the meeting when it wasn't me. So that's what happened. So the reason why I filed a complaint is because this is a clear violation of my rights, because everyone in the room knew that it wasn't me. I fear that I was targeted, because the last event that I was at with Councilwoman Lewis at one of the community schools, we were at Door Ryder for, one of the teachers was being honored. She mean mugged me in front of the entire room. In this room, there were administrators, principals, all type of people were in this room. And so when I left out the room, she was talking about me negatively. So when I came back in the room, she stopped. And then the people that were in the room told me that what was said, and they didn't believe what she was saying because they know how I represent. But I feel that it's targeted and it's retaliatory because that incident that wasn't warranted. I've never said anything negative about Councilwoman Lewis. My time is up.
Yeah, we can wrap it up.
Okay. No, those are my reasons for filing a complaint with Ms. Lewis and my reason for being here and addressing the board today. So thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Swank. Councilwoman?
Good evening. Thank each of you for all serving, first of all. It's budget time, and we've been in it for a while. So I want to be clear, I received this, which is the line item budget, yesterday at 3:17 p.m. This is what been asking for since May. It's in my email and everyone else at 3:17, so we can see where are the funds going. When we ask for information from this administration, we just don't get it. So first, we're going to address the $4.2 million, which was supposed to be a deficit. They're saying that it was in the fund balance. So the $4.2 million is a deficit. We received in our packets last Wednesday a $13.4 million deficit, which was in our package on Wednesday. This is not the same budget that the mayor presented. It's not. So some of the other things that we would like to know, which one of these is your budget? He presented the 4.2, and it's fair to say, which one is your budget? Other concerns are, number one, we asked for, because we now take on the responsibility, we have not since 2002, senior centers. We don't have it in our funding. The county stated that they would not, that the applications that the city turned in were the worst applications they had ever seen. So they were denied funding at this point. We don't have it in our budget, or never have since 2002, underneath emergency management for programming, salaries. Where is this money coming from? They're feeding the people. It's the day in, day out. The snow plowing, the consumer's bill, the water bill, the nonprofits that took on the senior centers before. This is what they paid. Now we're paying it. Where is it coming from? We don't have that answer. We've asked these questions. On April 7th, the HR director came to City Council for budget hearings, and I was there, despite you'll hear some erroneous information from my colleagues. He did state at that time, I'm not prepared, I don't have any answers. You have a whole year to do that. He put out a letter. The mayor keeps encouraging employees to put out letters with erroneous information on them that's not factual. You go back and look at the video. Other things we've asked for, because we get millions of dollars for opioid money. We want to see the breakdown of the opioid money and the opioid plan, because they keep taking this money and using it, the 30%. Well, where is it going? Where is your opioid plan? How are we planning to spend these millions of dollars? In addition to that, we asked for a comprehensive public safety plan. The Chief Green stated he has it. Still haven't seen it. Would love to see it. So these are things when we're asking what goes into their budget, and I was at budget hearings, despite you'll hear some of my colleagues tell lies, I was there. I asked him specific questions about, you have the lowest paid workers in the county, what are you doing to increase your pay? What are you doing about morale? He said he's got bad or low morale. What are you doing about the ladies' bathroom, which is their capital improvements, the locker room, has never been redone since it was a portion of the men's since 1971, when women were
Your time's up.
first allowed. Okay, and then I will thank you for that. The employee pension fund, we are not 100% funded. That is my biggest concern for employees who have retired. Are we going to be paying them? Where is this coming from? And is the fund balance part of our next payment? Because that is a huge debt to the city of Flint. Thank you for letting me wrap up.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, I'll open up from open remarks to every single one of the board members.
Mr. Clapp, you said you filed your complaint, was it today?
No,
Was it online, or how did you file it?
no, I made a call. I called Ms. Lewis.
So there's written documentation?
Took notes about it.
Yes. And then, addressing Councilwoman Burns, I too would like to know about how the opioid money has been spent. Because my concern was, did some of that money go towards that Clio Road Center opening up? You know, so I have questions about that too, so that's stay on top of that, please.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mr. Clark, so I went back and watched the tape from that meeting.
Mhm.
And so, as you're describing it, that's why I was trying to track
Mhm.
what I saw on the video. And I never heard you say it wasn't me. Did you ever speak up at me and
Yeah.
say that it wasn't you?
Yes,
I
ma'am.
heard Councilwoman Burns say it wasn't you,
And
but I never
Councilwoman
heard
Terry.
you say it.
Yeah, no, I did say, you know,
Okay.
I said, but I didn't, you know, but if I was warned for not saying anything, I didn't wanna get my second warning for saying something. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So, for speaking out, so I did say it wasn't me, but I wasn't, you know, I wasn't.
Okay, so I just wanna know if you said that.
Yeah, I did.
Then my second question is, the actual other guy in the blue shirt stood up
Yes, ma'am.
and was, I couldn't hear what he was saying, but
He
I
was
saw
saying-
him gesturing.
He was saying it was me, but, you know, some other words behind it, but he was saying, he admitted
Okay.
it was him, he identified
Okay.
himself.
All right, that's what I wanted clarification
Mm-hmm.
on. Councilwoman Burns, so there has been a lot of, you guys are saying the mayor hasn't presented a balanced budget. he's saying, yes, I have. When I watched the tape, I think it was Councilwoman Ward, what's her name? Judy Priestley. She read the definition of what a balanced budget, is considered. And based on my understanding, after she read it, I went back and did some reading myself. And it's my understanding that the state considers a budget to be balanced when there is fund balance that's unallocated that can be used so that it doesn't end up in a deficit, if you will.
So with that, that was at the 4.2 million. We now have a 13.4 million.
So it was the
there's
second budget?
This is the second we got last week.
Okay, and who you got that from the administration?
Yes, we don't do these. These are their agendas. We got this, it was slipped into a packet. This is not what the mayor presented to us. And
Right, so I just wanna make sure this
Yeah,
mayor
it's
submitted a
online.
second budget.
This
Is that the current proposed
is
budget?
the current proposed budget.
And that's with the 13?
Yeah, and you can go to June 4th, Wednesday's special city council agenda. And it is on here, and it is highlighted, if you look down towards the bottom.
Okay, so with that fund balance, that 13 million, is there enough in the fund balance that would cover that?
There's other questions that we have to find out, which we have not had a meeting to get into this.
Well, just off of what you know and what.
So let me finish,
I
Mr. Attorney.
understand.
One, we have pension liability. We need to know how much our next payment is. So if that pension liability comes out of that fund, then no. Our pension fund payment was supposed to be 40 years, 40 million for 10 years, and it dropped down to, I think, 20-something million. So we have not got that answer. That's why I was explaining what is the pension. And because we have that liability, if we don't pay that, then we have a problem. And so there's many other things that need to be included.
I hear you. What is the current fund balance?
We don't know. We have not, we have not had, we just got this.
Okay.
We have not had enough
In
meetings
there,
to
is
discuss
there
the budget.
is there anything that represents what they're saying the proposed fund
No,
balance is?
they have not had a chance to go over this. That is why we voted all, 7 or 8 of us at the meeting, to work in good faith with the mayor to find out what is the balance, and we get the real number. We voted unanimously to find out what the numbers were. That is what we did. Our last meeting when we discussed the budget.
Okay, and I think that's the meeting that I'm talking about, that I watched, 'cause I remember seeing the vote. So have you guys presented anything to the administration?
Absolutely, we have. We did
Have you
amendments.
received anything back?
We have asked for amendments. It has not been, most of them except for, changing the, registering sex offenders from $20 to $250. That, passed, but most of the other amendments were declined. So we just got, this is why I asked for the line item budget. I just got this at 3:17 PM. Our meeting was at 4:30. That doesn't give us enough time to do that. Not at all. Got at 3:17 PM yesterday. The meeting was at 4:30.
When is your next meeting?
Tomorrow,
At what time?
5:30.
And what kind of meeting is that?
Budget only.
Okay, is it what is it, special affairs, or is it?
No, it's just a budget. It's a special meeting, only budget.
Oh, okay.
So we will be going over at this time the issues we have, the pension, this that we just got, that we've been asking for technically since April, and just got it yesterday. And we will be going over all budget tomorrow.
Okay. Does that proposed line item?
I haven't had a
does that-
chance to go through it.
Okay, so you don't know what that
I just
is.
got it. Just got it. We didn't get out till 10, I don't remember.
That's all I have.
I just want to say thank everyone for being here today. Ms. Burns, Councilwoman Burns, the amendments, you said you made amendments to the budget. Do you, look at the, line item, not line items, because you just got those, right? So do you look at the proposed budget from the administration, and then you go back and you look at, where you see there can be changes to it, and, saving some money here or there, and then, as a council, y'all present it back to the administration?
So here's one of the things, they give us, just got the line item yesterday. So we can't say a line item because we just got it.
Okay.
And so what they were saying was to take off from the budget as a whole. So some of the motions that were put on the floor was to have the mayor's budget decrease. Now, the administration did add, they did send to have 3 deductions that we could take from 500,000 from police, 400,000 from the fire, 33,000 from city council, and 700,000, I want to say something with downtown, but I don't quote me on that, but it's another 700,000. I don't think it was a DDA, I gotta look to see what it is. So we have not had time to, I went over this with Attorney Gurley, actually, because to get the line item, I had to go through her, and she had to request it at the same time, with our CFO, Paul, and Mr. Moore. And so all the motions that were put on, they were declined, so now we are to this. So a lot of this won't be, tomorrow's meeting will be us looking over everything. The 500,000, the 400,000 were capital improvements for the new police and fire training facility that we've already started giving funds to, and then city council. But they had proposed, I believe Dennis Pfeiffer, Councilman Pfeiffer had put on to remove money from the mayor's budget. Councilman Ricard put a motion on the floor to move 500,000. I think Dennis, Councilman Pfeiffer put on 1 million to remove. So all of that has failed. So tomorrow, I guess we're gonna go line item, which we just received. So, I mean, so when we look at that, that is, you cannot pass the budget without looking at the budget. You just can't. And I want to say, Flint has had 4 emergency managers: Jerry Ambrose, Michael Kurtz, Mike Brown, Darnell Early. And the reason why they took it over was because the Governor Snyder, because he said that council and the mayor at that time lacked the will to govern. So we're doing our jobs. We're helping to make sure we have a balanced budget. Where can we work with the administration? And we passed the motion unanimously to work with the administration. The mayor gave us 1 minute during his presentation to ask questions for each person. That was ridiculous.
Thank you. That's it.
Anybody else?
So the budget had not been approved, and so you passed the deadline, is that correct?
We are, but we just got this one last week. That was past the
So
deadline.
what was the deadline?
That first Monday, I believe June 1st or 2nd. Yeah, the first Monday in June required Article 7, page 61. Underneath finance, you have to have that passed. And so the mayor is supposed to bring us his budget, which is supposed to be balanced. This is the new budget. We have not went over this with the mayor at all.
Any other questions? No, we passed public speaking. Any other questions from the board? All right, so I'll say this to our speakers, Mr. Clack, thank you so much for coming. Councilwoman Burns, thank you so much for coming. Mr. Clack, just asking, did that issue get resolved during council meeting? I really want, did it?
That's why I'm here. I did that with a warning. I've never had a warning. I never speak out. I never, I'm pretty much just sit there and watch, listen. I would like to ask, is there such thing as a warning being stricken from the record?
I don't think it is.
There's a motion on the floor when they had a meeting.
Yeah, that would be up for council to decide and things of that nature. They can always put a motion on the floor to go back to previous minutes and things of that nature and have it stricken. I don't see why not. Councilwoman Burns, thank you so much. I was at the budgetary meetings, and so I do understand the budget that I saw was not the budget that you guys currently presented as well. Because I have questions myself, because what I would like to know is the first budget what it takes to the minimum basis to run the city, and is the second budget basically all the wants that you have, which is the $77 million. That's my biggest thing, and I just don't think that there's been enough collaboration. And I'll just be honest with you, on both sides to come to that understanding, because it is important. The first budget that's submitted, okay, is this the budget that means that this is what keeps the city running at a minimum? Now this new budget that came up, okay, now is this everything that we want in order for them to deduct in order for what we get? And so I can definitely understand the confusion. You've submitted budget A and now you're looking at budget B. And I think what was really concerning for me is when you look at the shortfall, because I understand about the funds and things of that nature. You look at budget A, which shows that they will pull from the fund, the savings, basically 4.2. And then the second is a lot bigger, 13.4 million. And so that in itself is really concerning. So I completely, wholeheartedly understand your argument. And I just think that it's clarification, there's not enough clarification. And I can definitely understand where you all are coming from. And so I definitely want to say thank you so much for coming. And you too, Mr. Clack, thank you guys so much for coming. Thank you for issuing your complaint with Mrs. Little that way, because we love to have a paper trail to make sure that we can follow up with what we need to follow as far as this board is concerned. So I definitely want to say thank you so very, very much. As far as continuing the opening remarks, it's been a while since we have met with quorum. And quorum has been an issue with us lately. I said in the email, and I'm not afraid to say it here, if you have been appointed by your council person or by your mayor to represent your ward and its people on this board, that's what should happen. That's honestly what should happen. I understand that circumstances and situations do arise, but for 4 months of meetings to be missed, and in those 4 months we could have had quorum, and we could have been interviewing for candidates for an ombudsperson. We could have been tackling other issues, and so we are the check for the legislative branch and also for the executive branch as well. And we can't do our due diligence if board members do not come and attend the meetings like you swore an oath to. Your council person asks you, do you want to serve on this board? Yes, okay. Then you get sworn in and you take an oath to do what you're supposed to do. Technically, by you not, even with the mayor, by you not doing those things, you're placing your candidate who was elected in a bad position, because they put good faith in you to make sure that everything could be executed. So we've got a hard job to do, and our job is in order for us to be ethical and to keep accountability on all fronts. And that's for the citizens' protection, as well as protection of council members, as well as protection from administration as well, because that's what our job is to do. So that's it for my remarks. Let's go on to number 7, rule review, change, or approve of the budget.
Chair,
Yes, sir.
I move that we approve the agenda as submitted.
You said budget, but you meant.
I'm in budget, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm with the budget. I said budget, but I'm in agenda.
Support.
All right. It has been properly moved and supported. Do all in favor of, say, I have by aye? Any opposed? All right, the agenda goes forth as is. Line item number 8, review and approve of the minutes. Do we have the minutes from
The last meeting.
the last meeting, which would have been in,
The last meeting was, February 27th, and those minutes were passed out.
Okay.
But everybody perhaps didn't get them, if not so, I have copies here.
all right. This is a little.
Get copies, Shaq.
There you go. Thank you.
What was the date of the last minute?
February 27th.
Oh, thanks.
And they were also, Ms. Booth, I took the minutes, but I forwarded it in email plus Frank Hart. But that was back in,
February.
the 1st of March. Oh, we had the first Tuesday meeting in March, but there
Yes.
was
No
no,
quorum.
so that everybody did get a,
Yeah, I did listen.
yeah.
Yes, everyone who was in attendance.
yeah.
That.
Okay.
Thank you.
That's the minutes you gotta deal with them.
Yeah.
Is it allowed? Second. You reading?
No, I was reading something, I'm sorry. All right, do I have a motion to approve the February 27th, meeting minutes? It's been properly moved, do I have a second?
Support.
It's been properly moved and seconded. All in favor of supporting the minutes, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All right.
Mr. Chair, you shouldn't call for any further discussion before you call for the vote.
Ah, sorry, thank you. Forgive me. You're absolutely correct, forgive me on that. Technically, this is meeting number 2 for me, so. All right, so is there a question on the motion? Is there a question on the motion? Seeing that there are none, all in favor? No. All opposed? Okay, thank you, Mr. Julian. All right, line item 9 is a Zoom call with Mr. Kendall Williams.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, ma'am.
I move that the board enter into a closed session pursuant to section 8, subsection E of the Open Meetings Act for the purpose of discussing trial or settlement strategy or specific pending litigation, for the reason that having a discussion in open session could have a detrimental impact on the Ethics and Accountability Board.
Okay, do I have a proper second?
Second.
Mr. Chair, I think we just need to clarify what pending litigation that is.
It would be the EAD versus the Flint City Council litigation.
Okay.
I don't remember the case number.
Genesis of the circuit court.
Yes.
All right,
I seconded that motion.
any discussion? All right, seeing as there's no discussion, if we could, for this one, can we have a roll call?
Yes. Joseph King,
Yes.
William Harris,
Yes.
Patrick Julian,
Yes.
Trishelle Young,
Yes.
myself, yes, Alicia Williams.
Yes.
We have 6, yes, and 0 no.
All right. We have now entered into a closed session.
Excuse me.
If everybody could, please, on the outside, while we get ready to handle with the business. I appreciate everybody. Thank you so much.
William.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that a carrot?
You've done your job for 6 months straight while the judges rape the public. Better open your own budge, you're gonna need it. I just filed federal court today. Your judges are guilty of straight tyrants.
Fucking found out. Why the fuck is he even in charge of that?
What a bunch of ridiculous bullshit.
Tyrant? Can you believe I paid for this fucking shit? Tyrant
Oh my
shit, I've
God.
never seen- I'm about to figure out, Dustin, I know your ass is watching, is this shit
They
legal?
hold
I don't know.
our council accountable, people.
Our council ain't accountable for shit.
But that's our accountability board.
That's the accountability board.
It ain't met in 4 months.
Work for us. You're on.
I had a
this
judge
fucking
just
handle
fucking
these
commit
judges.
treason on me last month, and I can't get nobody to listen to none of it in Flint. And they ain't doing their job, and they're sleeping for 4 months straight. Are you kidding me? Really, just a month ago, May 5th, my birthday, Judge Hamilton, look at me, under oath, he told me it was an official capacity. I said, arrest that man, bailiff. I said, is this, have you got your oath to office? Oh, yeah, I did that. Arrest that man, another bailiff, 5 bailiffs. He threatened to have me arrested 5 times illegally. There's no ethics. And then
They got some kid class going over there.
Sorry. You don't have to stand under the Constitution. That's what these people like go on in Flint.
That's true. That's true. Where we at on the camera?
Cause you just grab this shit and go on.
What's it say? We about to do our all-way show. Hold on, it's a vending machine.
No, we still here, family. There's just a class going on. Nah, ain't nobody out here. Everybody outside. First of all.
Look who all got mailboxes here.
What else you good, brother? For sure.
Hey, Dante.
Yeah.
We're doing our research show.
No, we ain't doing nothing. I'm just waiting on them to let us know we can come back up in
You
there.
like the camera turn around?
Why would I get in them people business like that?
Because this building belongs to the city, and we were denied a lease here.
I see why. I wouldn't give you one either.
We got Cathedral of Faith here. They got a mailbox here.
You got some more ones on you.
We got Michigan State here. What's Johnson training? What's Johnson training?
I don't know who that is. Might be asking me something like that.
What's Future Mindset?
I don't care.
WT Stevens.
They've been here.
LCG go. That's the one. Juneteenth Artistic Vision, Black Lives Matter. That's Dante. I don't know who the opening club is. Premier Powder. Why they down here? What, they got a whole church?
Because he can do what he want to do. They actually want to get off my back like that.
Is there a box for the Kennedy said, give me my M&M's back.
And I ain't take nothing from you. Get out my face. You don't get dropped right there.
Oh, I got my glasses on. How y'all doing? They kicked us out. Because they in closed session. What y'all want to talk about? Come on, let's go here.
Some babies out there, man.
I didn't come.
Shame is over the sweating. It's a shame they're sweating like never before. I don't think they want us in there.
Oh, look, it's AC Loomis. You think he'll give us an interview?
Where?
Right here. Come on, get the camera. Let's go fuck with AC. Come on.
He outside.
You right here at the table.
I ain't, man, them kids right there.
I didn't give a damn about the kids. I ain't about to say nothing.
I ain't going over. It's good enough.
They ain't gonna be able to hear me.
They can see you.
Y'all ain't gonna be able to hear his answers.
They ain't gonna give you none.
He the first vice president of the NAACP.
He already looked at you and said you on booze.
I'm here most of the time. I am.
I'm respectful.
Lord, he gonna make it go. You see it back up there? That was scary. Oh, you gonna talk to me? He get shameless on here since he don't keep his statement.
I ain't doing that with them kids over there.
Let's talk to Shameless. Shameless like a big statement. Shameless.
I'm here as a resident of the city.
Well, let's see it first. They see those. We love residents of all wards. Especially the third ward. Love everybody. And all right. I'll be good. Very good.
He said he's not doing no interview.
I asked him.
I did. I asked him what he doing for me.
Beverly Biggs for the third ward. Why you about to run me over? Put the camera down.
Hey, see some more. Hey, she's so mad. Hey, she's so mad right now. He don't like us. Hey, she said, no, sir.
They like you gonna win anyway.
Yeah, but at least I did because I don't want to get in trouble or something, saying I'd invite him on.
He should be in trouble because he parked up here on the sidewalk right here.
He did? Oh, he think he the council person already.
It's all good.
I would say that.
That's why y'all need to get out and vote. Because that man don't even like to talk to the media. You know, he treat us like we ain't nothing.
He might talk to you. He don't like to talk to me
I don't want to talk to him.
because he snitched on my uncle.
Well, I don't have no questions for him, but what ward do you stay in? Now, you probably here.
He's staying in third ward.
No, he don't.
He's been staying there for 40 years.
You believe that?
I mean, you know he's lying. But these spiritual fellas here are something different.
Do you have Steve in?
Yeah,
How you know he had a mask on?
because he said that he showed all 39 of them.
He said no.
No, he showed me all of them. I must look at him. He showed me all of them. He said he would never come on 810.
Hey, Jeff. Hey, Pastor Gaddis.
He said he'd
Pastor
never.
Gaddis, I had got the producer. That's my brother, Pastor Gaddis. I just call you Nicholas.
He said he would.
Pastor Nick.
He said he'd never come on the bus.
Mickey told me I had to shut down today. So I had to stop
I went over
the
there.
calls.
I tried to be. I did not. You could have kept him going. I was leaving.
I had to go to the Apple store anyway. And then, what y'all say?
No,
They
they
put
said-
y'all out the meeting. They're not gonna put us out the meeting. They, you know, damn, they don't want to be talked about tomorrow. But they are, because they ain't had no meeting since February. It was cold. It was really boots on the ground the last time they asked us to have a meeting. The ethics
I'm
board.
still trying to figure out why he said he didn't want to come on the bus.
I'm still figuring out how they suing the council for a charter violation. And they got a whole ass ambassador sitting up there at the table.
I'm a little perturbed right now.
Why?
Because he don't wanna, the hottest radio show on AM, don't wanna come on and do no promoting on A10. He better win though. If he don't win, you know
He
I'm
ain't
talking
about to
about.
win. If he ain't about to win, I'm gonna talk about it regardless.
Yeah. Anybody in the third ward, please don't vote for AC Dumas. I ain't telling y'all who to vote for, but say no to AC.
I'm gonna talk about him,
You can't keep walking up on me.
them Velcro shoes he got on,
Leave AC alone. He a good man.
and them crew socks.
He a good Christian.
Christian men wear tie-up shoes.
I agree.
Here's this, like some kids, you know, them light-up shoes where you got the Velcro stuff.
That's how you gonna disrespect that man.
I ain't disrespecting the man, I'm disrespecting the shoes you got on. What, Trevor? Trevor said, hold the F on when this Velcro. Oh, Lord, yeah, I know that man said it. You wear Velcro shoes sometimes? Yeah, you wear Velcro shoes, like, with the, like the... Trevor, you need to take that, retract that message. Trevor said he wear the damn Velcro shoes.
I probably, who knows? I might do it.
You going to the gas station where they kill everybody at? This ain't council meeting, ain't no cops here. We in the hood, they not coming.
I ain't going to Riviera.
Well, where the hell you gonna go? You got a choice between getting killed there or getting killed there.
I'll take the gas station. I've been going down here when I was down here.
They kill there more than they do at the Riviera. I'm not staying here.
This is
All
my first
evidence
time.
here.
That was my first time. But go to the store and bring something back.
I'm not going to neither one of them.
Do something.
I am. I'm talking to the people.
'Cause I know-
That's right. See, you gotta be able to stand up. Like when he went to give us an interview, that's why we voted for Beverly Biggs. Maybe he didn't have no speech.
AC gonna come on.
Who you gonna talk to? You? Because I ain't gonna be there. I sit down with the president of the NAACP, Flint, like I had before. So, Ms. Gilchrist, if you get this message, I would love to sit down with the Flint chapter of the NAACP and see what your action plan is for the city of Flint and this civil unrest that's about to happen. Ain't that what the NAACP was made for? I'm just saying. Nikki left me. I thought you went to the store. I'm gonna be mad. Did Jason gonna leave? Oh, Lord. Who ain't gonna have no with me? Since Jason and them showed up, look, we the people that scared the shit out of them and every day. Scared them. Let me see what the people saying. Mickey, how you get your comments back up on the screen? Mickey, come work this dumbass phone. How you get the comments up?
You said what?
How you get the comments on the screen? Oh, there you go.
Leave shit alone.
What's happening now? Nothing. They in executive session talking about, because they suing the council for not following the charter. Go figure. I mean, the council should be suing them. They ain't met since February. They got 3 council members that ain't putting no members on there. Brian Larkin don't know that he on the board. And then they ain't picked no ombudsman, like I said. And how y'all go? You got a whole ambassador sitting up in there talking about the council violating the charter. Make it make sense. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Make it make. If you can make it make sense to me, then I'm okay with it. I don't have to talk about it. And I'm not being messy. I'm just saying stuff that other people are thinking or either are too scared to say. How y'all gonna hold somebody accountable? They ain't gonna meet again until Thanksgiving. I'm just saying. I mean, look at the track record. It's not me. It's them. Right, it's all a mess. What's up, Brianna's busted bins and shots? Did I cook and feed that? Hell no. I don't know how to cook that well. And if I did, I couldn't feed that. I'm just saying, that's just me. We go Taco Bell. He can get a nacho supreme or some shit, nacho Bell Grande. I don't know what else to be. Flint messed up politics, yep. AC waiting for his meeting with the mayor. Not down here. Not down here. But I'm gonna find out who he meet. It's only a couple of people that he can be meeting with. Black Lives Matter. Or he waiting for somebody in that ENA board. That's it. Either he waiting to go in there or he meet with Black Lives Matter. That's the only people that's here. And us. He said he wasn't talking to us. He sure as hell ain't talking to Jason.
Fucking cocksucker, I'm trying to call that bitch for.
What is, well, do you know who AC is here? Because you know he's running for the third ward. You know that's AC. Maybe he'll do an interview with you.
Yeah, but don't do that with them kids right there.
He ain't gonna cuss. Jason ain't
but
gonna.
still, I'm saying with them kids, 'cause they doing their thing. He can catch AC in the house. Learn how to have some decorum with it.
I have decorum.
I get it.
Why he acting like we don't know how to act?
No, I ain't said. I said you.
Why he acting like I don't know how to act? He the one went up to him and AC told his ass no, he wasn't gonna do no interview with 18. I didn't ask him because I knew he was gonna say no.
So he's obviously not on the good side. That's a given.
And he first vice president of the NAACP.
What the fuck is NAACP?
It's the, well,
I know the ECOU, just as lawyers.
well, the NAACP is supposed to be a political action committee group organization that's supposed to stand up for the advancement of colored people.
National Association, yeah, advancement, yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to get it all in there for
Okay.
him and wrap it all up into one. It's supposed to help us progress.
Okay.
It's not working here in Flint.
Because your freaking dude's probably part of the clan. Really, Jesus. Might as well be right with Maribel. We're right doors. It's fine.
Yeah, we live.
Oh, okay.
It's Miss Savage.
And we don't like.
And we're on
none of
on
these-
Josh. We're not
This
supposed to
Josh.
cuss,
We
but I
don't
messed
like
up
none of
twice.
these people down here because they are not for us, okay? They are literally trying to.
The ombudsman's supposed to be though. That's
I
their
got it.
job.
They don't have enough
Rob
buzz.
Peter
They
to
don't
pay
have enough
Paul, and we
buzz,
try
man.
not to even let them see Peter nor Paul, cause we want our city and our money back. We don't want them controlling nothing, cause they not doing nothing right. They just keep taking and taking and
She's not
taking.
union, and that's two wages. We had
But
it
see,
since 22.
they won't hire. They won't
Hi,
hire.
how
They
are
won't.
you? Oh my God, hey
They-
girl,
they
how
won't-
y'all know me?
Because you said eat my and the stuff that I ain't got. That's been went viral. You're my shero. Yeah, I love it.
It did go viral?
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
Well, where my money at?
I don't know. We didn't share it though. That was somebody else.
Oh, we made
I
up.
think we might have clicked it. I can't remember
Oh,
though.
okay.
But Mickey the owner though, yeah, we get your, we gotta take his 35% though.
That's fine. I'm sharing your sharing. You can get 50. As long as I can get a little coin. Don't make me come knock a Mario coin, don't you though?
Damn, you tall.
I know I'm 6'3".
She tall as hell. I'm standing with you at Councilwoman Dale walk past
Yeah,
me.
but she don't walk my way.
I bet she don't.
She don't
'Cause
walk
you
my,
tall
she
as
won't get
her.
in the elevator with me. She will not make eye contact with me. And I already told her, prepare for this summer for me to be naked in your front yard tanning. Oh, because you're always in Baltimore, ma'am. So you're not, it's not like you're gonna know that I'm there anyway. So why are you?
The ring doorbell, you're gonna see me being naked.
I don't care, it's just skin. As long as nobody's touching me, what does that mean? And when I go to Brazil, I can walk around naked freely.
Oh,
The
really?
only reason why it's illegal here is because they want us to spend a coin for some money on clothes. I don't have to wear clothes. God made me naked. If he wanted me to have on clothes, he would have made me born with clothes on.
What's that word again?
Born
Born did it. With clothes on. I
Yeah,
understand.
and he
what you're
did
saying.
not.
Okay.
My clothes was this beautiful chocolate skin.
Okay, but we gonna protest with clothes on at council.
No, the law says
No, don't you come down there naked now. We can't. No.
at council.
You know, you're not coming
Maybe,
naked.
depending on how far they want to test my constitutional rights.
You need to wear a strap on. So you can really say.
No, because then that mean I have it.
I mean,
they can.
Mickey about to pass
Then
out.
that mean they gonna have one that they
Because
can,
you
and
said-
then I don't want them to, because that's the whole thing. Because since I ain't got no nuts, I'm gonna let my titties hang.
I got you.
You know what I'm
I got you.
saying?
I got you.
Yeah, that part right there, yeah. But no, I'm really gonna get
Miss
with them people.
Savage. She's a savage, y'all. She's a savage beast.
These people got
She
us
make
messed
Jason
up,
quiet.
okay? They got us messed up. Neely needs to resign. Leon needs to go ahead and move a little bit further out in Mount Morris, maybe even a fucking Clio out there with them folks that don't even really like Pepper. Since he think that, you know.
Don't you stay in Clio?
No, the fuck they don't.
He said Mount Morris.
These are some North Side
Clio ain't like it used to be,
Negroes.
though. When we were kids, yeah.
I don't know what these folks done told
He's in
girl.
Jared's ward.
Shut up.
No, I mean, that's why.
Man,
when I
look
heard
how his
that-
eyes
listen,
tingle.
when I heard that announcement from the council person. we need
And
to
then they
go
always
check
talking about
Josh
somebody
about
ain't
what
from
he
here.
does.
Who ain't from
That would
here?
be great.
No, wait a minute. The ombudsman person, let me tell you, Miss Little.
I know she
been
gonna
in
lose
there.
her mind.
She been
That's
in
why I'm
there,
gonna do it.
Running for the ombudsman, putting the application.
Just
after
like I hate to see that
application,
mop
and they
on her
wouldn't hire
head, she gonna hate to
because
see
they
this
said
beautiful
she didn't have
chocolate
the
melanated
experience
nakedness in her front yard. Tanning.
She
I'm gonna be
been here for
tanning.
so long
Yes.
that
I'm
she
gonna make sure I go get me a
has
wax.
experience.
I think I'm gonna go get me one of those Brazilian swimsuits, you know, the ones that come up and only cover up the nipple and then it go straight up the crack of your,
They don't like
yeah,
it.
one of
So
those.
they
So
won't.
like, so we need to wait.
Arrest who?
They had
A
actually
police
hired her one
officer,
time,
hate to
and
see
then
me
the city
coming,
came
I'm
back
not
and said
getting her.
no. The one that's
Who?
sitting at the table.
Get arrested?
Yeah, the city had actually hired her.
No,
and
I
they
ain't getting
had a
arrested by
meeting,
nobody.
Went into executive session.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be all summer, 2025, all summer. My birthday, the 4th of July, I just might let off all my fireworks right in front of her fucking
They
house.
moved them down here to this building. How convenient, right? If you go down to City Hall, how convenient you gotta drive down the street to put in a complaint, right?
I don't care what she hit my inbox with,
But when the ombudsman
because she
office
don't
was in
own
City
Merle
Hall,
Hood.
so the news
I will go get the niggas that really own Merle
So
Hood
guess what?
and have them niggas really tell her that I can do what I wanna do in Merle Hood.
I mean, we know.
What is we talking about? All the killing going on in Merle Hood that she ain't took care of? All the dumping and trash that's going on in Merle Hood and she always in Baltimore? She better not even come talk to me about being naked in her front yard trying to get my tan on. I swear to God, she better not say nothing to me about that. On Jesus' sandals in the water he walked on. She better go find somebody else to go play with, okay? Because let me tell you one thing's for sure and two things for certain. I will be tanning on her yard, naked, all summer 2025. And I wish she would say something. And guess what? She ain't gonna have nothing to say. Because she gonna be in Baltimore. Yeah. That's what she always said anyway. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Baltimore. She love Frontier. That's her favorite motherfucking airline. Frontier. Fuck is we talking about? And man, that's the big favorite airline to get her to Baltimore. And getting a rental car. I've dug down the rabbit hole of her. She literally spends 5 months to 4 to 5 months out the year in Baltimore, Maryland.
You don't say.
Yeah, I've heard that from a few different people, but she's on it.
So while she's in Baltimore, you know, since they didn't say do shit about when the squatters broke in my shit fully fucking furnished and shit, I guess when she's in Baltimore, I can just go take over her shit.
You
And
can't
then,
keep saying shit. We gotta get monetized.
oh, I can just go take over her stuff.
Shut the fuck up.
No, you ain't got
You
to
standing
say
over
nothing.
there, you hear her, you didn't say nothing.
Nah, you's a clown.
You know what? Get him. Get his ass.
Hold on, don't talk to her like that.
No, I was cutting this off anyway. That's what I came for.
Get his ass.
Because she's fired today.
Get it.
Why is she fired?
Get his ass.
You gotta bleep it.
No, I ain't bleeping nothing.
I only said like 4 words.
You know, her mind only go to the 12th grade.
And mine's only go to the 6th sometimes.
And I see why I gotta take the cap off of y'all.
Now Trevor's
But
going.
no,
Hi,
for real,
Trevor.
y'all, she ain't never here. She always in Baltimore. So why is she even holding this second ward council seat? What is she
Okay,
really
good,
trying to
good.
help these
Thank
people
you.
steal from us? And then I just want to know, has anybody been over by Kings Lane?
Okay.
Can somebody please tell me why they just? I was wondering myself like 6 years ago why they put a brand new playground over there at a school that every
Alright.
window is busted out of. Okay, and a
Shouts out
kid
to
ain't.
Trevor. He said we was good on the cussing. We just can't cuss no more.
I ain't gonna cuss no more, y'all, okay? But, I've been trying to figure out why is it a school over here that ain't got no windows, but they just put up a brand new park at it? But when you go down the rabbit hole of that, they received a $750,000 grant for that
You
school.
talking about Brian's school over there on Pearson Road?
No, I'm talking about the school over there, across from Kings Lane, across from Ted Stewart.
Oh.
The one with the brand new playground in the back of it, but the windows is busted out.
Where's
But
McKinley at? Because that's the senior center building that they opening up. I thought that was closed too. Ain't that over there too? What's that, Manley? What's that over there by Kings Lane? McKinley or
That's the
Manley?
McKinley Academy, I think.
I think it's McKinley School over there.
That's the new senior center.
With all the windows busted out.
That thing looks worse than it ever has. I was drove around.
And all the graffiti on the
There's
side
a-
of the building.
Supposedly they.
And they just put it's a senior building that they just put a kids playground at 5 years ago.
Hold on.
I heard they took $750,000 grant out on that building this year. I think it wasn't.
The original one is anyway. Right, ain't McKinley.
You drive around there, it's more tore up than I
Ain't
ever seen
McKinley
it in the 10
School,
years
that
I've
school
lived
that's
there.
over there by Kings Lane?
Let me see. McKinley Center. It's on Pier Avenue.
Ain't that the school by Kings Lane, across from Ted's liquor store?
Mistake. But ain't that,
It was closed. It said permanently closed yesterday. And now they took the picture down today. But guess who got a screenshot?
What's permanently closed? Cause they
This
just
right here, they took it down. But I got a screenshot. That's the new senior center. Is that what you're talking about?
No, that's not the school I'm talking about. Oh, so at Grand Traverse and Hemphill, the school right there.
McKinley Middle School.
So where's the McKinley Center at?
Yes, it's a playground across from the liquor store. I'm not making this up. You know how many people that have
y'all
fights
do
over there?
urban explorer
Especially
type
my
stuff?
nieces and nephews.
Do y'all like explore like?
Sometimes.
Oh, keep talking.
I do.
Because they can't hear. They
I
can't
do.
hear.
So I just be trying to figure out like, what was the money really used for? Because it was a $750,000 grant that they got approved for that particular building, but I don't see $750,000 worth of work being done in it. And then when you really go down the rabbit hole, it's because they remodel a storage room inside of that building. Y'all go drive down Hempfield and Grand Traverse and y'all tell me when y'all look at that school, do it look like a storage room should even be in that school at all? I almost said a cuss word, but I caught myself because we want to get monetized and we want people to make they coin. Yeah, but sometimes I be feeling like Neely need to get the Mario coins and Sonic coins knocked right out of it. Yeah. But anywho, see, we need to take this stuff back to the 1940s when you could just walk up to people and say, hey, we overthrow you. You either get out or we burn all this stuff down to the ground. What you want to do? See what I'm saying? Like, I'm too old school. I'm not for this modern day stuff. You know, y'all too emotional for me. I be ready to run in there and just take over everything because who y'all playing with? You want to kill me and think that I'm just supposed to lay down and let you do it? Oh, we shall prepare for a war. We shall prepare for a war, and we're going to see exactly who's going to win this. What is the bump? Why does everybody keep saying that I need to be on the bump? What is that?
So that's my show in the morning time, the morning bump.
The morning bump.
From 9 to 11.
Oh my God. What's that all about? I need to tune in on that. I'm so behind on a lot of stuff.
You are.
Oh, it's on Hempfield. Okay, yeah. Yes. Yes.
There's a 6-foot fence around it.
And both buildings are in the 9th Ward, correct? They are, but what are we doing? What are we doing? So the McKinney Center is in the 9th Ward also?
It looks pretty bad. I see why Trump wants to defund the education center. Look what they're doing.
That's crazy that you say Queen Savage from the NOLA, baby. Because all my family is from the NOLA. Yeah, I be down in NOLA. Yeah, I be down in the NOLA. Well, at the time. Remy is radical, yes, sometimes. Not all the time. Yeah, and I'm a little unhinged at times, just slightly. Just depends on how bad you ruffle my feathers, quote unquote. We trying to make you A10 family. Red Flag McKinney Center is on Thread Lake. Where is Thread Lake? I don't know where that's at. What ward is the McKinney Center in? Oh, I'm born and bred in here. Y'all just don't know that I really am Flint. It ain't nothing that I don't know about that go on in this city that I can't find about, and you can't really go nowhere without me knowing about it, or nothing happening without me finding out about it. I specialize in information. That is my specialty. I love it. Because the only thing that nobody can take away from you is the resources and the knowledge that you have. And as long as you have that, you'll never be broke, because your resources and your knowledge is power. Lots of it. And I know too much. That's why people don't even come messing with me, because I will air your business out quicker than they did on Soul Food at dinner. Quicker than Why Did I Get Married? Quicker than all of this. Yeah. Come play with me if you want to. Not the one nor the two. But y'all need to get out here to these city council meetings for real. These people trying to do whatever they want to do to us, and we cannot be going for that. We have to stand up for ourselves and refuse to allow them to keep trying to poison us with BS. Get out here to this stuff. Love you too.
No, the meeting ain't started back up.
No, it's a meeting tomorrow, ain't it?
No, I'm talking about this meeting.
Oh, no.
They still in executive session. I'm waiting. Almost power out. I'm good.
What's the song? YouTube?
Mm-hmm.
Right. It's transparent. Yeah, you think?
Oh, it's behind the Cantonese, that Chinese spot, Cantonese gourmet.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
I think they're trying to wait us out.
But she gotta leave at 7:30, Trisha.
Oh, Corn gonna be broke,
Yeah, 7:30,
and then they ain't gonna
Trisha.
have another meeting.
Yeah, we got shit to do.
And if they don't, call me, because I'm coming back like a wrecking ball.
Nah, they going on. They saw y'all. They like, damn this. They go right to executive session.
Especially because the ombudsman, that's supposed to be the accountability factor. They're the ones supposed to be getting these corrupt judges' asses and everybody else, and they ain't doing shit but eating.
That's my Android, but if you send me, call me, and then I'm gonna inbox you.
I wanna add some stuff to this little swervy little ombudsman here, and then he's gonna answer accordingly, and I'm gonna report him to Lansing, 'cause I've already been talking to them since you don't wanna answer.
They ain't got no buzz.
And Lansing, they do, yes,
Oh,
sir.
yeah, I'm saying right here, they take her from my job.
Oh, that's right, there's not one elected,
Yeah,
but they
they
call it
take
an ombudsman meeting, so you guys are throwing me off. Like, literally,
They-
we have an ombudsman meeting, but you ain't got an
They
ombudsman.
ain't got no ombudsman.
The fuck?
Why the hell's these people getting paid?
They don't get paid for
It's
this.
insanity.
Then what are they doing?
But they work for free down here. They ain't getting paid for the ENA board, is it? They don't make no money. They don't got an ombudsman. He said how they throw the meeting without an ombudsman.
No, I'm just curious. They seem to be paying a lot of things that they shouldn't around here.
They've been
you know?
having,
You gotta ask.
ombudsman.
Yeah.
You know, and he was up there crying about that secretary lady at the one trying to save hers that was a ununion job too. So, I mean, I know there's money there that shouldn't be
Yeah, they
there.
said
Oh,
that.
okay, I got you.
Yeah, they
So
said
it makes sense. I mean, that really is a public benefit if everybody's doing their job right.
But they ain't gonna have to do that job. The mayor shut that down. He wanna get his ombudsman in there. You know, that's why they took her out.
That's ridiculous.
Oh.
They deliberately doing this so you can't get back up in there. You done been enough. Go on, sit down somewhere. Go on. You done had enough in there. Yeah. Not enough. This how you do when you turn your back when you know you're disappointed in them. This is what you do. They ain't finna, it's Rochelle, no, she leaving at 7:30.
Yeah.
They ain't covered, they know.
If they don't take this old Fat Albert man on somewhere talking about he a pastor or what? Lucifer, because you is not for the people. You is trying to do what Neely and his wife and everybody else trying to do. Baby, listen. Y'all ever seen fried green tomatoes? I think we could have a nice barbecue with him, honey.
Mm-mm. The views of today's show is Winters, ignorant self. Straight up, but block her
I take
right
it. Make
out.
sure y'all hit that like button.
Block
Share
her
and
right out.
subscribe.
Share and subscribe.
Yeah,
AT
yeah.
News Media.
Go on. Get her on from over here. Ain't nobody coming to see you, clown.
Ain't nobody came to see you, Otis.
Yeah, they came to see the ENA board.
Oh, they definitely came to see me because
They came to see the new sister circle.
They came to see.
Shit.
I am Michael Jackson, and this is the Jackson 5.
Live with Savage and Winters.
Shit. Yeah, it will be. It'll be on Winter's page.
Yep, hell yeah.
Off of her
Live as hell.
phone in her car. That won't be sponsored by 18. I can promise you. Love you back, yeah. That one won't do that again. Your days of getting some more shows is you on your own. What up, Pastor Nicholas J. Gavin? Yeah, they ain't not letting nobody. I don't care no more. I'm just gonna go to the store. Thank you, Deborah Luna. She said we needed members only with them 3.
Yes.
With this $10 super chat.
Let's keep it on members on. And they can rip it up. Me and Trevor hosted.
You couldn't host it. I gotta go grab me something.
Can you get us some tacos? Let's go to Taco Bell.
You can handle it.
Hang on. I just want my pockets outside of this shit when I'm out
I'm telling you. Donnell Dumas, I'll tell you. I'm trying to tell you. That Riviera, I ain't going down. I was gonna go to Riviera, but you ain't lying. And real. I know that would be a members only show. There's no way I could bring that to the family. Oh, Roadhouse. I might go down there today. I might dip to Roadhouse. Run down to Dink Sosa and grab me. Yeah, hit that like button. It's almost 300. I'm gonna roll down to Dink Sosa's. Oh, y'all, it's over?
Yeah,
It's
we're
over?
ready.
Oh, we good. We back home. It's back home. I'm back in the building.
Right. So now what? For real. But we do lose form, so we can't take any action while she's gone. I mean, we can, we do lose form. Mr. Dumas. How are you?
Just get started. You just, I would let them take it.
Yeah, well, that's
Okay.
we can still discuss.
I'm distraught.
I'm just going. I am.
That's what I think.
I'm about to be distraught free.
Those 4 years are about to go away in that darkness.
That's what I'm about to do. Change. Make this a little piece of it.
Man, listen, I swear, after I moved away here, now coming in, and it's all on my beard and my mustache, I'm like, well, I wasn't afraid of turning gray. Just, Lord, I just want to keep my hair, thank you.
Well, your daddy still got a head full of hair, so
Yeah.
that's a good sign.
I think he prayed he don't be stressing out. Okay, well, 6:57, what's next?
Wait.
No, I'm just waiting for Lisa to
Yeah,
come
we
back
are
from the
Lisa.
restaurant.
Okay.
I gotta leave at 7:20, because I gotta leave at 7:30.
I got you. We won't be long. Because a lot of stuff on the.
Well, I'm just saying, if we have action items, because I know when I leave, you don't lose quorum. So if we have an action item, we should move it up.
The new business is so.
There's a Benedict Kim.
No, you're right.
Drive Woodward. Second time I made a long drive for them.
You asked Mr. King,
I'm not gonna do it again.
He said he ain't coming back. He just did 11
I
months.
called him today.
Yeah, we took care of that already.
Okay.
Traffic wise, what you mean?
I missed,
Yeah, we'll discuss it.
I
Adoption of policies and procedures for EAB board. Discussion of adoption of policies for the procedures for ombudsman's office. All right.
All that, just outside of that, this morning. Supposed to have about 25,000.
And Mr.
Because
King,
that's
I got you.
a big one.
I went off to this.
All right. So, we're back in the session. So, under old business, line item number 2, discussion adoption of policies and procedures for the EAB board. We have been, everybody received the email of the updated copy and things of that nature. And so, Joe, proper procedure, what's proper procedure for going forward with this?
Well, I think as we discussed back in February, if that is the final version that has been tentatively approved by the board, then under the charter, because of the policies and procedures for a multiple member body established by the charter, they do have to go to a public notice and public hearing for comment.
Okay. Okay. So, let us do this. For line item, since it's been a while, for line item 2, let's table that for the next Thursday meeting with all the necessary changes that we need, and then we'll be able to vote for it. And then that way we can go forth and get ready to set up a hearing date for public comment.
So
Do you, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I just made a motion.
You did? Oh, you said so move. Okay, I thought you said when, so when you. Go ahead, I'm fine.
No, is there a second? All right, is there any discussion?
Wait, did you say a specific date?
Yeah, that's what we
I
said.
said the next Thursday meeting.
Oh, the next Thursday meeting,
We
the regular
did
meeting.
End of this month.
Yeah, that'd be the 26th.
Ms. King, you over here? Oh, I won't. I'll be in DC. No, it's actually good, cause I don't like coming over here and not meeting quorum, so if we know we're not gonna have quorum, let's call a special meeting on the day we know we can
Yeah,
get folks.
we'll do that, since we don't, Lisa's gonna be in DC. And we can
You
do
got a
that.
motion on the floor. You can
Right.
talk about that.
Has it been second?
I didn't hear anybody support it.
No.
I motioned that we table the, adoption of policies and procedures for the EAB.
I said I did put a date on it. Is there a following second? All right, motion fails for lack of.
No, man, no, you didn't. I just was waiting on someone. I second that motion.
All right.
But I was waiting on you to clarify the motion, I'm sorry.
So let's give some clarity. So the motion on the floor is to table the policies and procedures for the EAB board to the next available meeting, when we can do that. That's, and it's been properly moved and supported. Is there discussion?
I have some discussion.
Good.
I wanted to know, did you have some changes to the, you said you wanted to bring, and make sure you changed everything before you made it final.
Yeah.
You had some changes.
Yeah, we had some changes that we still needed to make. That was making sure that we added in, it's so long, I can't remember.
Yeah, and I had a couple of changes too, so why don't we circulate
That back
the,
through.
yeah, and then by the next meeting, if there's any other changes, we can finalize it.
You said working changes, like, you doing it by yourself at home and then you gonna send it to us and then we look at it or something like that, or?
Yeah, that's what I was.
You gonna bring it to the meeting and say, okay.
What I was gonna do was I was gonna make, we put it back out there, have all board members give their input, and then what we'll do is we'll amend it, and then when we bring it back at the special meeting, we'll go through it, and then we can adopt it.
Are y'all familiar or comfortable with Google Docs?
Oh, yeah.
So if we do it through Google Docs, everybody's working on the same document,
Document, the same
and we can
thing.
tell who made the changes and when,
Okay.
instead of us
Yeah.
getting
Email
6
thousand.
different documents.
Mhm.
So if you guys are okay, I'll put the document in the Google Docs
That's fine.
and then send it to everybody, and then you can start making your recommendations or whatever.
That's fine. That's not a problem. All right. Any further discussion? Any further discussion? All right. All in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All right. Line item 3, discussion of adoption of policies and procedures for the ombudsman's office. The only thing that we were changing to yours was that we wanted to put that same forward that was on the EAB board's policies and procedures on for the ombudsman. That was the only change that I knew that we were making.
Shasta, did you have any recommendations for changes?
I sent, I can resend it because I also, before, I'll say probably like in July or June, I sent out some information of how I perceive the ombudsman's office policies and procedures. If you'd like me to resend it, I
Yeah.
will do so.
Would you please?
But it was, it actually came before the board for approval and things went a little haywire, and I don't think it got to even be discussed.
Let's put it back on the table.
Okay.
That's not a problem. So we can circulate that out again. Is there a motion?
So I move that we table the adoption of policies and procedures for the ombudsman's office until the next meeting as well.
All right. Is there support? Support. Properly moved and supported. Discussion?
Should we treat that the same way?
I would.
And that way, Shax's change, your recommended changes, you can actually put them in there.
Okay.
And then we can look at them and,
Yeah.
okay. That's our discussion on here.
Any more discussion? Any more discussion? Seeing as there none, all right, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay. Number 4, update from the meeting with the city attorney. Good Lord, that was so long ago.
I wasn't there, so I can't.
Yeah, Joe wasn't there.
And, oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, basically, all right, I remember.
What's his name, the, guy that took his place, Sparrow, that's what you're talking about?
Mhm.
Okay.
This was a meeting that I had with the city attorney
Okay, okay.
on March 7th.
Yeah, that,
Oh,
yeah,
I remember
that was
what
just
it-
you, okay.
That's right, I remember what it was in regards to.
It was just you, yeah.
It was in regards to us trying to get a better understanding, because as you know, this board took action to sequester council pay. And the city administration, the city attorney, thank you, the city attorney, over the weekend, sent out an opinion that counteracted it, saying that, well, we didn't use the correct measure. We didn't use I think it was like 9.101, I can't remember, it's been so long ago. And she was saying that we could not do it under that because that provision was to make sure that council members, that all of the adoptions would go through into the new charter and to go in effect, and that's what that section was for, was to hold their feet to the fire, to make sure that they didn't hold up business for the new charter taking effect. And so she basically said what we should have done is, if we were gonna do it, we should have done it under our rules of 3.5.
But she also pulled up, some information and documentation that none of us had ever seen before, that, I don't know where that came from, but we would have had no way of knowing that information that she relied upon.
Exactly. So, again, blindsided on this one. And,
Well, I did have an application from, Madam Chair, Commission at the time, and that information was there. Otherwise, I didn't there.
But what I'm saying is, we did not know about that when we took our action, the board.
yeah,
Yeah.
when the board took the action, we did not know that we couldn't do that. And
But I appreciate that, Mr. King, because I was concerned on where that just came from.
I was too.
Yeah, I had emailed it to him, and he replied back that, what he interpreted was
Legit.
right.
We've
Yeah, Mr. King did reach out to one of the framers of the charter, and the framer said that they did put that provision in there to keep from the charter from being adopted and things moved into the proper way. And the framer said that, yeah, they upheld basically the city attorney's opinion on that, and so.
But what is important to note is that she did not say we did not have the ability or the authority
Not
to suspend their pay.
Correct.
She
did
just
say
said the process, the citation we relied upon
was incorrect.
was not the right citation.
Right, and she said the proper procedure would be to list it under the rules, under the powers that we have. And then that would be, we would have to call a hearing. Then they would have to come before the hearing, give reasonable cause as to why they object or not object and things of that nature. And then we would make our ruling based on that. So, we as a board, we're walking in unknown territory because this is actions that the board has never had to do before. And so, that's what really the meeting with the city attorney was about, because I needed clarity, because I was hotter than fish grease. I'm not gonna lie to you, I was hot when she.
You weren't the only one.
Yeah, so, that's the update for the city attorney on the 7th of March, 2025. Okay. New business. We already took care of. We took care of number one with the city council charter violation in the closed meeting. Number two, discussion of fourth ward appointment for the EAB board. So, it appears that this keeps coming up. So this one originally was about, Councilwoman Priestley said that she submitted an individual to go before council, for approval for the EAB board. Councilwoman Priestley says that, Councilwoman Priestley, I'll just tell her what she said, and she said it before in many public meetings. Councilwoman Priestley said that, that certain council members attacked her candidate and caused her candidate to flip them off and walk out of council and flip all of them off. That's what Councilwoman Priestley says. I've heard others that said they were asking questions. Have you attended board meetings? Have you watched them on YouTube? Do you understand how the board operates? And so I've heard from other people that there was just a miscommunication between that individual. So however, going forward, Councilwoman Priestley has verbally said that she will not appoint anybody to the board, which we know is a violation of the charter mandate. And so we can't have city council people saying what they're not going to do when it comes to board appointments. It's one thing when you say, I haven't been able to find anybody that's willing to serve. That's one thing. Because it's not easy trying to find somebody to serve, volunteer on the board with no pay. I get it. It's another thing when you say, I have people that want to serve, but I'm not going to appoint anybody because I don't want them to go through the same situation that they went through. There's a young man, I was there on a couple of council meetings ago, there was a young man who said that he was interested in serving on the board from the 4th Ward. And it was relied to him that Councilwoman Priestley said that she was not making any appointments. So this is something that we as the board have definitely got to take up. Look, we have an ombudsman we need to select. We have candidates we have to interview. There's business we have to do. And I can't have council people not doing their job when it comes to appointing to this board, because it says it shall consist of 11 people. It doesn't say maybe, it doesn't say, well, okay, well, no, it says it shall consist of 11 people. So
you're proposing what?
I think I'm proposing that, well, you know what? I'll do this. Before I make a proposal, I want to hear from everybody else from the board and tell me what you all think and give your suggestions.
I would work with, as anywhere in the charter, I say that we could, that this board could force the council, do we have an authority to make the council what you're gonna have to look at. I mean, the charter say they must appoint. If they don't appoint, where in the charter, it's a state that you can do anything about it.
I mean, you could look at any provision, I mean, you could look at the budget and say the same thing.
Well, you can, and then you have to go and look at every city board and see if whole board been appointed by council people. Because you're probably gonna find other boards in the city that do not have, they got some vacancies. When you start going, when you open up that can there, now you got not just, you're not just looking at this board, you're looking at every board.
Well, I think our issue is more the lack of good faith. It's, you're gonna have vacancies on boards because sometimes you can't find a willing candidate to serve.
Right.
When you have an appointee, the appointing authority saying, I'm just not gonna appoint anybody, that's not acting in good faith. And so to me, that changes the tenor of your obligation. Because you just thumbing your nose at your obligation and your responsibility. You don't get to pick and choose what provisions you're gonna comply with in the charter. I would, I mean, what do you say, Joe?
She making sense to you.
I think in this case, essentially what the charter says is that it doesn't explicitly state that there's an obligation, but it does state that each council person is to make an appointment for the 9 seats, and then the mayor has 2. So I think to your point, much like with the budget, that infers an obligation to appoint.
So you mean you tell me shall and must is not obligated?
I don't remember the exact wording of the charter, if it says each council member shall, but I think to Attorney Bowling's position, when she stated that when the charter states that each council person, and again, I don't remember the exact language, but I think it infers an obligation to do that.
If it does say shall, or if it does say
And I
must.
don't remember the exact wording.
So you say that to say what though, Joe?
I think it says.
How do we enforce
the
it?
board shall consist of a number of 11 members. So I think that's what the charter says. The charter says the board shall consist of, that right there automatically locks you in.
Oh,
As
shall.
you have to appoint, so that the board can have its 11 members in order to operate. That's in it constituted it, but see, we all know that all 9 council people have an appointee and the mayor has 2. And so far, the mayor has 2 appointees, and 3 council people that don't have appointees is Councilwoman Priestley, Councilwoman Mashat, and Councilman Jonathan Jarrett. They don't have that, they have not submitted appointees.
So are we only targeting one council person?
No, we're targeting 3 of them, because those 3 seats are vacant.
Have they made a good faith effort to fill those seats?
I have,
Have you sent a letter?
yes, we
to the
sent,
council
Mrs.
person?
Little, how many letters have we sent to them
We sent
reminding
some
them of to
letters.
fill these seats?
I can't even, as far as count, several, it's several, yes. And again, hand delivered, email.
Because at the last meeting, we asked Mrs. Little to please, and she did. She hand delivered them upstairs to council. She sent out emails to everybody and through Davina to make sure that they know their role is to appoint. So it's, at least, my thing is this. The problem that I'm having with the 4th ward is the 4th ward council person said flat out no. I haven't heard anything from the other 2, but my thing is you can at least say, we're trying to find somebody to appoint to the board. Just don't go unanswered. And I'm gonna be honest with you, right is right.
So it says shall.
What
The
does it say?
mayor shall appoint 2 at-large members, and each council person shall appoint 1 resident of their ward.
There you go.
Appointments shall be subject to the approval of council. a public hearing shall be held prior to council voting to approve appointees.
So we didn't make
And
the
the EMA
definition.
board is responsible for making sure that happens. You know, did Mr. Jared, did he ever appoint anybody yet?
No.
It says, in the event of a vacancy on the Ethics and Accountability Board, the appointing authority shall appoint a replacement for the remainder of the term. So that's a lot of shalls.
Yeah. Ninth Ward hasn't
I
had
had to
a,
get your clarification back.
Ninth Ward hasn't had a replacement since Page resigned from the board to run for that city council seat. Seventh Ward, we haven't had one since our resignation with Micah, and anything with Fourth Ward, so.
Fourth Ward, I've had one in about 4 years.
Yeah, so it's 4 years is too long. And this is a 5-year term. You tell me in 4 years, but shut up.
I have a question, because I know Trishelle has the lead, and that since Julian Patrick, possibly after the 30th, there's some up things, but I want to make sure that on the 26th, because I have made phone calls, a lot of you I can't get, but I leave a voicemail about, you know, the attendance to the meeting. So the next one is Thursday, the 26th.
We won't probably have, we already had 2 people who said they won't be here.
On the 26th?
On the 26th.
Okay.
And the way that it's been going, we probably won't have a quorum, which is why we'll have to call a special meeting.
Okay, I just want, okay.
When everybody can convene.
So would that perhaps before the 26th, you think?
I would think so.
Okay, just let me know, cause I just try to, you know,
Yeah.
keep up and then we're contacting people.
Is there, anybody wanna have any further discussion on line item 2? And then also, what should we do in regards to this? Because at this point, I'm tired of sending emails.
Well, I mean, I think we should refer to the city attorney's office.
Okay.
Have them do the research and give us what our options are regarding these vacancies. Considering we've sent numerous requests for the appointment, and as you can see, we've had several, we haven't had a meeting since February.
Yeah.
March, April, May.
February 27th.
3 months have gone by because we've been unable to make quorum. So we're not able to take care of the city business. So what can we do?
And there's no ombudsman, because we can't take care of city business.
In the past, there have been appointments, and the way this board has been, it's hard for people to sit on this board and take the abuse that I get paid. People come on this board and they sit for some reason, they resign from the board.
Yeah.
And you can get appointments, but how long are they gonna stay?
Yeah, I know.
And this is not one of those boards that, this is one of the most difficult boards to be on in the this, probably county, the state that this. It's just something that's not a whole lot of people gonna sit here.
Yeah, I agree.
And accept the abuse and don't put it.
Joe, do you think you can give us that, an opinion from your office and how we should handle this? Because normally when we deal with council, we deal with them as a whole. We haven't dealt with them on an individual basis. And so I would like to make sure that, you know, we hear from your office on how you can proceed with this.
Yeah, we can take a look at that.
All right, thank you. All right, line item 3 under new business, we already discussed. Line item 4. Okay, so we need to meet with Director Eddie Smith, who is over HR, and regarding to these candidates for the ombudsman's position. We need to set a date, because what we were gonna do is, again, I stated we had 28 applicants that applied, and they only approved 7. And so there's no additional reasoning as to why 21 applications were just said, oh, these are no good.
I thought we were gonna look at those applications.
Yeah. as well. But we also wanted to have an understanding from his office.
Yeah.
Was it because, well, this person had 3 years of experience versus 4 years? Was it, well, this person has, a degree, but it's not in this role? I mean, I wanna know, just don't say these people aren't qualified. I need to know what disqualified them, because if it's the case of somebody having, 4.5 years and they need 5 years, I think that's something that's minor. So
You can't start changing what the minimum requirements for the position are. So you gotta be fair across the board.
But we do have to set a date, so I think we wanna do that at our special meeting, when we can sit down with Mr. Smith and we actually go through everything and we take a look and he gives an explanation as to why the other 21, what disqualified the other 21 candidates.
You kinda gave us an outline for that, didn't you?
He did, but he didn't, he just said disqualified.
No, I ain't talking about the action on the applications. I'm talking about his process and how he disqualified.
No.
Remember we had a color chart or something?
Yeah, but in the chart, he didn't say, it just says qualified, not qualified.
Right. Do y'all have another vote that you need to take before we, or we good?
No, we're good, just, the only thing would just be, anybody have any closing remarks?
One thing is, we got a letter from Junior.
I do.
From?
I'm about to you.
Give it back. Give it back.
And I'm gonna try to hang on with you as long as I can. Help me shoot.
Julius, you can't hang
I
on?
told you my days.
You ain't gonna make, you're not gonna, you sure ain't gonna make a form without you.
That's the
Remember, I
know, but you still with us.
Julian, just to let everybody know.
I'm gonna stay, I'm gonna try to stay here
We appreciate it.
Yeah.
that long time.
Just to let
I
everybody
get
know.
past my date that I was gonna leave.
Mr. Julian submitted us a resignation from the board. His casework and his work is heavy, so I get it, but he
So is
has.
mine, but I ain't fit. I know, right?
He's been in
That's right.
contact
Come on, Julian.
with his councilwoman. So Councilwoman, Jerry Winfrey Carter knows that. So she'll be submitting a replacement hopefully in the future. All right, everybody, move to
Today.
See y'all later. This your last day.
No, next,
Next meeting.
June 30th.
25.
Family, we on our way out. See y'all, no, I was talking to them. We'll see y'all in the morning on the bump. And we'll give you who we like and who we not. See y'all tomorrow, family. Peace.